This is the first time I've worn this Ipswich kit since the stuff.
Are we being too harsh on your boy Nige?
Exclusive Ipswich Town 26-27 away kit leaked.
Goodness gracious, it is Cool Cole. It's a Monday.
It is.
Asterisk. And
Wednesday.
we are recording another episode
Wait,
of
sorry,
our wonderful
why are you
podcast.
saying Monday? Because one, we're not recording on Monday, it's actually Tuesday, and two, this will go out on Wednesday.
Well, there goes all of the fucking, showbiz.
But why did you say Monday? Because what are you trying to say, that we record on a Monday, which we're not, or that it goes out on a Monday, which it doesn't?
We record on a Monday, which we do, but we're not. And it goes out on a Wednesday, which it will, hopefully, is my plan.
Okay, fair enough.
You're trying to distract me.
I am a little bit.
Because
I am a little
I'm
bit.
gloating. I'm somewhat gloating that my football club, #Born a Red, right?
Sort of.
Unproblematic. Unproblematic king.
Famously
Nothing
so.
has gone wrong. Nothing has gone wrong in the world of Liverpool.
Yeah.
We are sitting on top. We are in the Northwest.
Fifth.
Kings of the Northwest.
Well,
and yeah, you are...
I'm
I'm going
hiding.
to say you're in the doldrums.
I'm hiding mine away a little bit at
Go
the
on.
moment.
Get
shall
her
I,
out.
Shall I reveal?
Get her out.
Shall
Get
I
her
reveal
out.
it for the lads?
For any audio listeners, Cole is wearing a Reform FC kit.
For any audio listeners, Cole is racist now.
Cole is now a racist.
I'm wearing literally my favourite thing in the world, and I feel almost dirty to be. This is the first time I've worn this Ipswich kit since the stuff has come out.
There'll be so many people
Who
that
don't know
have
what I'm on
no
about. Yeah.
idea what the stuff is. So we have to go into, because you're a proud Ipswich. You're a proud Ipswich fan.
I'm about as proud an Ipswich fan as anyone is an Ipswich fan, which
Yeah.
most people are slightly ashamed. But you know,
Yeah,
I wear it loud
Could you give
and proud.
well, give us from the perspective of John Ipswich fan.
Yeah.
I'll interview you.
Oh, okay.
From the perspective of John Ipswich.
Yep.
What the fuck is going on with your sodden little club?
For regular OU listeners, you would have heard us sort of touch on this last week, and thank you for tuning in every week if this is you.
Appreciate it.
If not, shall I go straight from the top? Well, what we talked about last week as well?
Let's just go through it, because there's been more revelations as to why you're
Oh
a racist.
my god. Yeah, true. Because basically last week, right, what it turned out is that initially Nigel Farage, who, again, more context if you're in America or whatever, he's
We're going to have to keep zooming out here,
will,
aren't we?
yeah, exactly. So Earth, it's this ball in space, big old black thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
which is what Reform hates.
Which Farage doesn't like.
Hey, nice one. So yeah, as of last week, as of when we recorded last week on Monday,
Monday.
Nigel Farage, who is our Trump, basically, he wants to be. He's like
Not a leader, but a far-right, disgusting, melted little frogman.
I hate his face.
Racist, divisive, charlatan, con man, has run many political parties. His party has been done for Russian collusion. Literally, former leaders have been done for Russian collusion. Who is basically in the media's pocket, much as Trump is in the media's pocket, or was during the election cycles in America.
And also much like
Farage
Trump,
is him.
Also much like Trump, there's all sorts of stories that quickly get forgotten. You're like, oh, the person that let you all that from Trump. Everyone sort of forgets that because it's like, it's done. Nigel
They only
Farage,
a few kids.
exactly, allegedly. Nigel Farage has got his own of those. So like stories came out when Reform was starting to make some progress in the polls that he was a racial bully. There was a kid who went to his private school, and he sort of told stories of how Farage used to just wait for him at the school gates and bully him for being black, and all those stories. You can imagine the rest, right?
He's a classic rich posh kid who is then trying to set all of the common folk against each other for his own financial gain. Is the TLDR of him? And also, do you think there's any Reform listeners or anybody that's listening now and thinking, come on, lads, that's a bit harsh? Because I would love to hear.
Get in the comments.
Their argument. Get in the comments. Are we being too harsh on your boy Nige?
Are we being?
I'd love to know.
Am I the soy boy cuck?
AITH? Am I the asshole? I don't know. I
think you do know. I think we both do know. But so too does the Reform Reginald over there. So yeah, as of last week on Officially Unofficially, we'll do the intro soon. Nigel
that was your
Farage.
cue for it. I was about to say it.
Oh, okay. Should we do the intro now? As of last week on Officially,
Unofficially,
the best podcast on the internet. ...
We support Nigel Farage.
As of last week, unofficially, best clubs on the internet, Nigel Farage had been to the club. He'd been to Portman Road, right?
He went to the club.
He went to the club. Yeah, I'm sure he has, but it's probably more the sort of like
Got me tadpoles.
prawn sandwich club. I don't know what that's a reference to, but I'm glad that you got to enjoy saying it. And we Ipswich immediately said, nothing to do with us. So there were pictures of him going into the club, and he went on like one of the tours that you can do. You can do those at Liverpool, right? You can do those everywhere, right?
Yeah, do them bloody everywhere, yeah.
And Ipswich said, yeah, nothing to do with us, but it's still quite funny. And then it led to us discussing, like, can you ban any political figurehead from being in the club? Not really.
Potentially, but you have to do it for everyone. Whatever brush you do for one politician, you have to do for all politicians, unless you overtly say, we are siding with this politician, essentially. If you do something with Labour or like Greens or something, you would then need to say, yes, because we agree with their views and we are happy with them using our club in their commercial marketing, which is exactly what Reform started to do. And I can't imagine Reform or many clubs actively want to do that at the moment for the aforementioned reasons.
So yeah, it was all like a bit of fun. Championship subreddit, who have been brutal, by the way, and we'll show you some of theirs later. They made some memes about us being Nazis. Everyone's having a good time. Do you know what I mean? But we sort of think, fair enough. You can't block anyone from coming because then you got to block everyone.
It was like pictures of like Hitler, like the Nuremberg address with like 500,000 Nazis in front of him, and it was saying, the chairman addressing Ipswich Town fans, and it's like just straight up a picture of Hitler. It's outstanding. Well, very funny.
One of my favourites. This is from the top. This has got 1.7 thousand upvotes from a neutral subreddit, which is exclusive. Ipswich Town 26-27 away kit leaked. You can probably guess where this is going. So
it's so good.
So from that point, Ipswich was sort of softly associated with that stuff. But then, right, it turned out that the video, or they made this video, they made this Reform video, okay? And we're not going to show it because we don't want to show Reform's video. But
Can I jump in and just challenge how you say Reform?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It should be Reform. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
You always call me out when it's because I don't really listen to interviews. I read all the time. It's a genuine.
That's fine,
I think it can happen a lot with.
I just want to jump in and get ahead of the comments of you saying Reform.
Sorry.
Yeah,
no, that's fair. It is Reform. No, you are. Sometimes I'll argue back, but you are right on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because anyway, whatever, right? So they put this video out of Reform, and it was Nigel Farage, and he had like 6 Farage 10 shirts, and he was going about the annals of Portman Road. It was full HD. It's not like, oh, hi, I'm at Portman Road.
It was like a proper camera, like clearly a crew and lighting and mics.
And the Portman Road had its lights up, it had the follow through. He was like looking at our honours board, going, oh, I'll be next. And he was like, in the changing room with the 6 Farage shirts next to our players, who are foreign, by the way, on either side, and they're in it as well, so they're in all this Reform stuff. You see the sponsors in the background, you see Halo, you see Tingly Teds from Ed Sheeran, and everyone's thinking, that's not unofficial. That's not him sneaking in under cover of darkness.
Yeah, that's way more like, oh, this was a thing. Like, this wasn't just someone going for a tour. Because I've been, when I did some work at Wembley, they were doing loads of tours when I was there, and we were like filming stuff. And it was really weird when like people would be walking around. I was very, very lucky. We were sort of, as you're saying, in the annals, all like the little roads within. We were hanging out in one of the rooms, and then we'd have to like go through and film some stuff. We were then wearing the England kits and walking past all the tours, and they were like taking pictures of us, thinking they must be important because they're wearing England kits in like the tunnels of Wembley. Obviously, we weren't. We were like esports.
I think you're important.
Thank you. And then as we were filming like out on the corner of the pitch, they would like. The tour would like walk out of the tunnel to then go on like next to the pitch, and they'd play like sound, like crowd sounds and like cheering and like music as if they were the players walking out, which I thought was really cool. But they did that, I heard, about 20 times, and it was just the same music that they've clearly got somebody there waiting to, and we press the button as they walk past, and it goes like the champions or whatever.
So to confirm,
as they're like walking out.
When you did this, it was with a camera crew, right? Because you were doing it for England
with
esports,
a camera
right?
crew, yeah.
Any chance that camera crew could have not been spotted? Were they like sneakily holding their cameras, or was it more of an overt large camera
lighting,
situation?
And ours was very like. I guess a lot more chill. Like ours had sort of a lot less shots, but we had lighting, we had microphones, we had a relatively large camera, 2 cameras, and a photographer. Because that's the other thing. They had videos and they had stills. So that immediately is two people already with big fat cameras around their hips. You could not sneak them in.
So this all comes out. And then more memes are coming out. Here's another one which I'll send to you. Read us through this. See if you can explain it for anyone who doesn't quite understand football.
Okay, right, let me give it a look. Ipswich to adopt new tactical approach ahead of Birmingham fixture, and every single player is located on the right wing.
Which is good, which is subtle, and it's good.
It's so good.
Also, even my beloved, my favourite Northern Irishman in the world, Kieran McKenna, who is completely innocent and neutral in this, he's just our manager, he's just doing his job, he's now catching strays about all this as well.
It's like Kieran McKenna inspects his new signings ahead of the 26-27 campaign, and it is some Nazi officers walking down some Nazi soldiers who are sig-hailing at him. And quite frankly, they are dripped out to the gills in Hugo Boss.
Now, let me say this first. It is funny. I've been upvoting these. You have to laugh, right? Because, if I'm there going, oh, not my club, then I'm going to be going insane, right? However, we've got a promotion push going on at the moment, right? We're up there with Middlesbrough and Millwall. It's like a proper three-way battle, okay? There is no way, no matter how much management of anything, I realise a lot of people listening to this won't care about soccer, won't care about Ipswich, might not care about sport in general, but whatever it is, if you're in business, if you're trying to improve yourself, whatever your thing is, try and, translate it to that. There is no way that Kieran McKenna won't have seen some of these. Kieran McKenna, whose job is to focus, he doesn't have social media, he's not scrolling Reddit, but somehow he will have seen his
100%.
Name. Someone would have sent it to him going, darling, have you seen this? Do you know what I mean? What they're saying about you now.
Yeah,
if his wife's into him or whatever, right? I'm
sure he/Ipswich also have lawyers.
Yeah.
Like, that will then be they'll be very aware of what goes on with the club's branding. Like, holy fuck, using the club's branding for reform push, which is extremely anti-immigration.
Yes.
Extremely far right.
Yep.
Very anti-trans, very anti-everything, of which Ipswich have aligned themselves with, thankfully, on the pro side of things. They're like, we are very, as a lot of football clubs are, which is very good.
Yeah.
We are very inclusive. We are pro-trans. We are pro-this. We are pro-that. Blah, 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 blah. Pro-LGBTQ+. And to have him cutting about and using it for promotional material is crazy. And Cole, there was the big revelation of maybe Ipswich were telling some porkies as to how this came about.
Yeah, so The Athletic said they'd spoken to Reform's people, and Reform, and bear in mind, the club had said, we didn't know he was coming, we didn't print those shirts, he bought them. Fair enough, you're not going to not print them out. It's sort of, as long as it doesn't say a slur, you're just going to print out what it says. It might be someone's name, right?
They still should have flagged something, maybe.
Probably. But basically, it turned out the 6 shirts were gifted to him. Our CEO, Mark Ashton, had lunch with Nigel Farage beforehand. This was after they denied meeting him or knowing he was there officially. He was actively invited by the club. Ipswich Town said, hey, Nigel, here you're in the area, because he had some thing in Clacton or something, or Nacton or wherever.
Yeah.
And then they said, yeah, come and do a thing at our club.
So when you said the club invited him, it was the CEO/COO, I believe.
CEO
would you
conflate
conflate that to also be the club inviting?
I would... To the outside world, yes. To the outside world, as we've seen with all these memes, and we can find another couple in a little while, because they are all very funny, it has to be said.
They are very funny.
Anyway, it's put like this. If Watford had done it, I would see Watford as the racist club.
I would conflate Watford with the club of Watford Limited, inviting the guy.
Yeah.
That is their thing to do. I think because it's the CEO, and if the CEO, I think, had lunch with him at a restaurant and then gifted him some shirts, and then they did like a photo shoot somewhere neutral, but still with some Ipswich Town branding, that is different. That's a different thing. It's still not good, but it's a different thing. To do it at the ground is outrageous.
Imagine if your colonoscopy had a Tory little logo and they put that out on billboards.
It's not good.
That is honestly how it feels. Like, oh, they're my bowels. Leave them alone.
Come on, man. Get out my bowels, Nige.
They're my annals.
Get out of my annals, Nige.
It's really invasive. It's really invasive because it tars the thing that I, outside of my loved ones, love most, Ipswich Town. It tars it with that brush, And
does.
Mark Ashton has made the decision to tar it with that brush completely because, he's given them full access. And then as well, right? So internally, you said it's at the club. It's not the club as a whole because it transpired that staff members had complained about this to the HR department. Players have complained about this. And I bet you, again, statistically, some of the players, they're wealthy white men. I bet one or two of them sort of would vote for Nigel Farage, right? But
maybe
probably keeps it to themselves, right? Whereas now that rift is thrown right in there. So from
in
the
middle of
pitch
promotion,
in the middle of promotion, off the pitch it is as well. If they're going to say buy a season ticket next year, no. Or fuck yeah, I love this club. Yeah, this is my new. Do you know what I mean? Like either one.
What are the chants going to be like? Because so what? So the next fixture is Birmingham away. Is that what it was?
I know we're at home.
We're
at home.
Oh, you're at home.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a very rowdy away bunch. I reckon they've got Google Docs up the wazoo of different chants that they have got. I'm sure that there will be lots of vocal reform voters in the Ipswich crowd.
And the Birmingham crowd.
Yep. Who will be cheering and chanting for reform. Many will then be going against. I think there'll probably be a very increased police presence because of that. It's a real time of it at Deportman Road.
Well, that's what people are calling it, Deportman Road, which is very similar.
Deportman Road is brilliant.
Which is very similar to the next meme that I've just sent you. Meme check.
Yeah, 26-27 Ipswich badge just dropped, and it is the. Can you show the badge real quick, Cole, on your chest?
Yeah.
It's a horse within sort of like a castle-y, cresty thing.
Yeah.
And they are stomping on immigrants in a boat
Instead of a ball.
Instead of a ball, they are stomping on some immigrants.
So then, so within the Birmingham fandom, you're right, the away lot. Some of them will be for us. So if Birmingham fans start chanting out about it, other Birmingham fans will be like, what do you mean? It's great they've done that. And then they'll start fighting. And Ipswich fans stand up if you hate Farage. Why are you standing up? Why don't you accept my bill? Do you know what I mean?
It's wokey.
And suddenly, the whole fucking thing is on fire. The whole thing is on fire.
And then the club can't then...
Yeah, they
anything
can't
that the club
say,
now post, they now can't say, we don't stand with the abuse that happened, because people will then reply saying, yes, you fucking do, because Mark Ashton was there supporting reform and invited him to Deportman Road. It is going to be a fucking shit show, and I, for one, cannot wait.
Do you want to meet
up
and watch?
gleeful at how fucked this is.
Well, also,
we've got somebody in our streaming community who's a big Norwich City supporter. He's fucking loving it. He's having a great time.
Mate, Norwich played a blinder. Norwich just tweeted out the day after, Norwich is for everyone, full stop. I liked that.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was an excellent post.
Didn't they also tweet out something like, we'll be double checking our tours or something like something like that? They I posted it in the sports channel. Yeah, they were saying, we're gonna make sure that if you book tours, you have to do it under your name.
Fair enough.
Kind of thing.
Yeah,
which I think is funny.
I think it's funny as well. I think it's totally fair for Norwich to sort of swipe at Ipswich for this. I tweeted out after the reform video came out. I quote retweeted and said, now I think about it, at Norwich City isn't so bad after all.
And that is, for any American... hang on, let me just Google the biggest rivalry.
The Buffalo Bills. Imagine saying that you're a big fan of the California Charlatans and saying that.
It's like Trump going to a Boston Red Sox, the stadium, and then with the CEO... and having all of this stuff around it, and then promoting it, and then the CEO was like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the Yankees fans, if you can imagine such a thing.
Not the Yankees.
They then get involved, and they start, throwing shit back at the Red Sox. Because, if you can imagine such a thing, for more than 120 years, they've been rivals.
So quite new then.
Quite new.
Quite a fresh
Quite
rivalry.
a new one. But that is the oldest, most famous rivalry, according to Google. So thank you.
Okay, there you go. So, imagine throwing their baseball in the wrong hole for the wrong team. But also, again, it would sow that division, because if the Boston Red Sox would... Not that there's a fucking away contingent in American sports, which is one of the main things it's missing, but whatever, we'll get to that. Yeah. Say the Boston Red Sox went to the Yankees stadium.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them will support Trump, or a percentage of them will support Trump. So now, if there's all this fuck Trump, what if someone else goes, no, man, I love Trump? Then instead of focusing on the baseball, They're focusing on Donald Trump, right? And that's when
Yeah.
you then start having all these packed up people.
And they're
volatile.
fighting for the Super Bowl.
They want the Super Bowl. They want the Super Bowl to catch it in their glove mitt.
Yeah. Because if they catch the golden Super Bowl, they win the Major League Baseball tournament.
The worldwide. They win the World Cup.
They become world champions of baseball. And
Yeah.
it's such a fierce rivalry of over 120 years. That started in the 1900s, don't you know?
Jesus Christ, that's 27 years ago.
That's 27 years ago it began.
So that would be their oldest building. We can all laugh at America. Apart from Nigel Farage, who is like cozying up to him and Trump. So yeah, the upshot of this is that our CEO, Mark Ashton, posted a video, like, a statement from our CEO came on.
Big
there.
apology. Big
And
apology.
he was like-
because it's a very sensitive time, isn't it? And so he needs to make sure that he's making sure that he's getting everything across, that he's being very heartfelt, and that he really shoulders a lot of the blame for the animosity and the trouble that has come to the club that he is CEO of and is ultimately responsible for.
So, well, to be fair, he did say, I want to say I'm very, he's brummy. I want to say I'm very, very sorry about what's happened. We have made mistakes. We will learn lessons.
Ooh.
A lot has come out from reform. There are many mistruths. I won't elaborate.
Nope. Not the word lies. That's good.
No, from them. He's saying there's been mistruths from them.
Oh, from reform.
So, so basically...
I hate the term mistruth. Call it a lie.
The official line is that what they've said we've done, i.e. gifted the shirts, had lunch with him, invited him when saying we hadn't all that, we basically said, yeah, that's not true. And people have gone, okay, and what is true then? We're not going to say. Genuinely. That is the official line. That's the official line.
The official
this man's
line
on
is
£8 million
they're
a year
lying.
or something. Big CEO money.
They're saying, okay, reform are lying. How so? Would you mean No, yeah, they're lying. Oh, in what way?
Yeah. Well, if you could just tell us, that'd be really helpful, because then we'd be able to put that in black and white.
We
get
should
this whole
move
thing behind.
past this.
Oh, that phrase.
We should move past. We should work together to move past it.
I'll tell you another one I don't like. Now is not the time. I hate
now
that.
is not the time.
I hate
The only
now is
time
not
I think
the
that's
time.
applicable is family drama at a funeral. That's the only time where I'm thinking, unless they were really bad. But at that point, I would say, shoulder it. Let's just deal with it later. Let some people grieve. But that's the only time where I'm like, there's not. Or like a wedding, maybe. It's like, come on. Let's not make an issue here.
Mate, I'm going to make so many issues at your wedding.
No, but that would be awful of you.
I'm going to stir the pot. Make it interesting. Again, we've discussed this before. What's more likely to be remembered?
Make it interesting.
Yeah, what's more likely to be remembered? You guys walk down the aisle, it's beautiful. You got tears in your eyes. Everyone goes,
Thank you.
"Oh my
I
God."
will cry.
Oh, yeah, I know you will. Or
Oh my God, you will.
your mum and dad bringing back years old beef. Who left whom? That's way more interesting.
That would be interesting.
Shouting her down the aisle.
And my mum walks past, bitch. Huh?
It was him. I was pointing at dad. It was him.
You say bitch and point at my dad. He said it. I don't
know why. I barely even agree.
I barely agree. Hang on. But yes, that's been your big beef at the moment with the mighty witch.
Yeah, so I do want to sort of because I said to you before that I don't want this to be an Ipswich special. I want it to be generalised, because it's a topic that people are interested in. I personally, when I play football every Wednesday, like indoor sort of pick-up game, you just, whoever rocks up, pick teams, whatever, right?
Yep.
I didn't wear my Ipswich kit last week. I probably won't tomorrow, because, well, there's a lot of, I live in a very white area, but I don't know how, but where I play
By
football...
design, isn't it?
Sure, by design. And accidentally, where I go to football, there's a lot of immigrants. I believe there's a lot of African people there. Who knows how much of this they've been seeing and keeping an eye on. If I rock up in my Ipswich top, going, bleed blue, it's a statement. Yeah. I'd be wearing a statement. And that's so...
It's fucked. It's so horrible.
It's immoral for that to be the case. It's backward. Yeah,
I think it's one of those things where it has broken through. From what I can tell, because I'm also I'm out of the championship news. I very much get that through you.
Yep.
I think I would have heard of it through Twitter and Reddit otherwise, because I have seen it on my feed. But again, I have no idea what came through naturally and what comes through because I see you post about stuff, so I have no idea. I think it's a bit of a spooky time anyway. How would you rate us on the Wokometer?
You more than me.
Because I'm the woke one out of the two of us.
You keep a closer eye on it. I think I get on with it a little bit.
You're pretty up there though. Like if you consider
With
yourself
wokery.
among the like average of people, like if it was that, I'd say 0 out of 10 on the woke scale doesn't mean that you are full right. I think that just means that you're not that woke. I think 0 is the average amount, is like the average person.
0 is average. That's a very woke thing to say. Like
I guess so.
everyone else
maybe it's like minus 10 to 10, but I suppose at that point make it 0 to 10. So it's whatever.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah. I guess the number doesn't actually matter. Said Donald Trump. So 5 would be the average amount. I think you would be something like you'd be up there as like a 7.
Yeah, I'm a natural 7. I don't follow it as much as you. I'm not as knowledgeable as you. So often I turn to you for this sort of thing. I just sort of want everyone to get on with it, really. Do you know what I mean? It's it's weird to me that the thought of not keeping people alive when you could, and not feeding children when you could, and spending money on war,
it's a bit
and
of an
instead of feeding people, and it's also the logic of it all. It's like in America, do you know what I mean? Oh, this child has been born with XYZ. We could fix it now. We've got the injections. We've got the technology. It would cost our society $100,000, say. Drop in the ocean. Do you know what I mean? That is like one fucking AK-47 bullet. But no, we won't do that. What we'll do is we'll just not, lol. And then over the years, this child will end up mentally ill and homeless and end up being...
Which costs us a lot more.
Exactly. But no, let's not do that. It's
short term, baby.
Even in the selfish sense, what you're doing.
Oh, so cool. I found just a quick one, a nice woke quiz. How woke are you?
Oh,
so we should do this together.
No, let's not do this.
Come on, out of 10. Okay, there's 10 questions.
Oh, fuck,
I clicked on one and there were
serious?
30 questions. I just went, that's too many.
Is this what you were hinting at when you said I've got a thing?
No, I've just thought of this.
This is going to be horrible.
How woke are we? And I want you to give like your answer first, and then I'll chime in with mine. Because I imagine generally I would outscore you, but just because I have stronger opinions on things, but I think we lean the same way on a majority of things.
I think we do as well. Are any of them sort of there are those questions that you just can't answer correctly. Whatever you say is wrong.
I haven't looked at them.
Oh my god, mate! Why are you doing
this? Question two feels weighted.
No. Okay.
Question 2 is a heavy hitter.
Do any of the questions involve the word penis? Can I just ask? Is the word penis
the
in
second
there?
half of the quiz becomes... So question number 1.
For fuck's sake, man.
How woke are you, quiz Colcar?
I hate this.
Number 1. What is most important to you? Here we go. Global equality above all, supporting my fellow citizens, ensuring everyone has equal rights, or I'm still figuring it out.
Oh, that's the worst. The worst. What if it's my own money and my own personal gain?
There's no like scale. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So most important, global equality above all, supporting my fellow citizens, or ensuring everyone has equal rights. 1 and 3 do seem similar.
That's the thing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the wording of this one. I guess if
global equality above all.
I'd probably go with number 2. I like to support people. I want everyone to sort of be supported. I don't want people to be homeless and sad or have to come on
that feels
boats.
good. They all feel very similar.
Well, they also feel very abstract.
Support everyone or make sure that everyone has the same rights. They feel sort of one in the same. Yeah, let's go support my fellow citizens.
No, I disagree. Everyone has the same rights. I mean, they all. It's basically pull yourself up by the bootstraps is what 3 is saying. Whereas 1 is
equality
saying,
versus equity. Is that the term?
Something, and then justice. There's like the picture with standing on the boxes of justice. Rocket League reference available now from the Epic Games Store.
Reference there for you all.
Free, good game, very good esport. Would recommend.
What's your view on turbans? What's your view on turbans, mate? Just a quick one.
Fine, we should all wear them.
What is your... more turbans. You're bought in by big turban. What's your view on religious attire like skull caps or turbans? It's a personal choice. I support freedom of attire, mainly for my fellow citizens. Everyone should wear what they feel comfortable in.
These are all the
same. I prefer
same.
not to have an opinion.
So it's basically woke, clearly racist. Couldn't they have given us a scale of racism?
Woke shit.
I'll give you an example. I don't know what the main burqa thing is, right? Not what I think, but other example how this question would be better and really make you go, oh my god, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the main burqa, the complete... Like
only the eye gap.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that's called, but that
the one with the eye gap.
That thing. Should you be able to wear that when showing ID? That's one, in my opinion. Maybe go, ooh, because you can't.
Yeah, I
see
guess
them.
like the hypotheticals and stuff. Yeah,
but I can only go with the quiz that you've given me.
I've clicked on the quiz. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't go back.
We can't change the quiz. That'd be woke.
We can't change the quiz.
So what are the options again of this quiz?
So it's woke or not woke.
I'll go with the second woke, please.
It's a personal choice. I support freedom of attire, or everyone should wear what they feel comfortable in.
I support.
I guess the third one's almost like a passive action.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, wear what you feel comfortable in. I guess freedom of attire.
Freedom of attire. I think again the slight difference between 1 and 2 is I think what it's getting at is in some cultures the male would dictate what the female wears.
They might not have a choice.
Do you approve of that? Do you approve of that control? Are you problematic to not approve of that control? And that leads you down the whole paradox of what is it?
Yeah.
Paradox of where it's like basically where it's like I can't remember the term. Where basically I support reform and you have to
clip that.
Yeah, brilliant. I support reform and you have to approve of that, or else you're unaccepting.
Oh, the tolerance paradox.
That's it. It's
for a tolerant society to exist, you have to be intolerant of intolerance.
So then it's saying, do you tolerate the culture where the male would say, no, woman, you will wear this and not be seen? Or do you tolerate the culture where the woman chooses to do it? And that's the...
At that point, you're then insensitive of their religion, which is not very woke of you. Yeah, I get what you mean. What is your understanding of privilege? Privilege exists in many forms and needs addressing. Majority privilege is a factor in every country. It should be acknowledged and tackled for equality. Oh, I'm learning about it. The last one is basically, In all, I've looked at the last one for all of these is, I think for that, the third one, it should be acknowledged and tackled for equality. Would be mine.
I don't think I'm instinctively against the idea that some people are born to rich families, some people to poor families. Because if you are against that actively, is that then communism in theory? That's beyond socialism, right? Because socialism is still, I've worked bloody hard and made some money so I can afford nicer things than you who hasn't, right?
Socialism is more, there is still, I'm probably
yeah, between us.
And I could Google, and yet. The socialism, I believe, is when there is still the government that is there to have richer people in society pay more of their way to then benefit those who have less money. To sort of essentially even people out, but not like full communism where I earn 100 grand, you earn 10 grand, and then we both meet in the middle at 50. Like, that's communism in the most basic sense, I believe.
So I'm more on that one. Now I think about it, I'm just racking my brain. I'd say in a nutshell, socialism is a transitional economic system where workers control the means of production, whereas communism is the final ideal state featuring a classless, stateless, and moneyless society.
If it's cashless, I'm in.
There are some key differences. There are 3 key differences. Would you like to hear them? Just again.
Okay, off the top of your dome.
Property, in bold, : socialism allows for personal property and collective ownership, while communism seeks to abolish all private property. It's a bit much, isn't it?
Okay. I like having private property.
You like having
a
home?
who has bought and sold a house. I quite liked the money I got from that.
Any thoughts on compensation in bold regarding the differences between the two?
I'd love for you to tell me.
I'll offer you some. Socialism often pays according to individual contribution, to each according to his work, while communism distributes goods based on need, to each according to his needs. Mix somewhere in the middle.
I guess I'm sort of I'd say a bit in the middle.
Yeah.
Because, like, you could work. To me, it sort of sounds like there can still be the mega wealthy in socialism, which I'm still not super into. Like, I think we said it before, somewhat jokingly, but that classic Reddit thing of, your money should be capped at 999,999, and then anything that then goes over is taxed at 100%.
I agree
completely.
That
feels fine to me.
You've won.
Yeah, you've done it. Good job. You hit the high score on the arcade machine of life.
I think the thing as well is that, I guess looking at these, I'll say the last one. So implementation. Socialism can be achieved gradually and democratically, whereas traditional communism is viewed as the result of a revolutionary shift.
No, I like democracy. Democracy's good. Even if democracy can be shit at times because of by-elections and such, it's still good to have. The people should still be controlling what happens in their lives, even if it's shit, asterisk to an extent.
The thing is as well that having some...
6 more questions, by the way.
Yeah, these are good. Having some inequality... sorry, I thought you said they're good questions. I misheard what you said. I didn't mean to disregard what you said.
Okay.
Having some... inequality,
man. Very woke response. I do appreciate that.
Having some inequality isn't necessarily a bad thing in and of itself. For example,
here we go.
Somebody starts a business. It does well. They buy a nicer house. Other people then think, I could do that too. But as long as they have the ability to do that, and that's
They
where
have
the
the
support
means
comes
to
in.
do so.
That's where support
Yeah.
comes in, because if people are born in a place where no matter what they do, they are not going to come far. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're born in an African village where there's no water, you're unlikely to make it to being a multimillionaire. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you or I, born to, I mean, I wasn't born to middle class parents. My parents were always very sort of poor and struggling for the next paycheck. But, you know, I'm a white bloke in Britain, so I do have more advantages. So I would even out those advantages. But if we both make a business and yours is better than mine, you win, I think that's okay.
There's still like the aspect of capitalism that I am still sort of fine with. There's an aspect of supply and demand, and that ultimately my business appeals to more people and I make more sales and ultimately do better and make more money, that is okay. So long as I am not able to take advantage of those and keep those below me.
So yeah, there should be more protections as well and less CEO-ness, etc.
What do you think about immigration?
Okay.
I support open borders for all. That's woke as fuck.
That's too far.
I think I agree with you there. Preference should be given to skilled nationals. Skilled, I guess quite a charged term is skilled. Everyone deserves a chance to seek a better life. That's just a fucking hippie answer. And then, this is a complex issue.
I'm team hippie.
Okay. You're team hippie?
I'm team hippie, yeah. I'm team hippie. I don't think
it doesn't mean anything.
Well, it's one of those things, again, where in theory, I'm team hippie. In theory, I'm thinking, okay, Bolivia is war-torn. They've got 3.4 million people. So the UK and Germany and Spain and Russia and France and China, everyone says, oh, I've got some space over here. China says, oh, the Shanghai province has got a few spare homes. Do you know what I mean? And that's my dream world. That's my la 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 land.
Redistribute it a bit.
Yes.
I think skilled nationals is a tough term because I hate the term unskilled labour. Every single job is skilled in some way.
True.
And I appreciate it's just a term, and maybe that's me sort of trying to police it linguistically, which is not the point of the term. But I think to me, it's calling a job unskilled labour, like working at Mackey's or something. I could not go in there and then do your job as well as you, day one, because you are skilled at your job and I'm not skilled at your job. There is a skill that you have got that I do not possess.
Yeah.
It is less skilled than engineering, than, nuclear fission.
For the record, Stumpy admitting that working at McDonald's is less skilled than engineering and nuclear fission is about as right-wing and unwoke as he's ever been. So enjoy that. For our reform voter, for a reform Reginald at the start, he's like, oh yeah, keep going.
Yeah. I think that there is definitely a line in which that does just piss me off. It annoys me. And it's like,
is it the term or the concept?
I think it's the term, and which again ultimately also means nothing, but it can be used to keep people down. They say
trained labor,
maybe, yeah, but I think every single job there is a skill involved somewhere. This reminds me of when I think I've told you about this years ago on stream. I went on holiday with a mate. And we were like just kicking a football around. So walking down, we were sat in like a caravan park, and it was a great time. Had a football, kicking it about, blah, blah, blah. And then we were discussing what's like the most important skill in football. And at the time, I was like, oh, dribbling is like a really important skill. And he said, that's not a skill. I was like, sorry? I was like 11 and I was fucking incensed.
I bet you were so pissed off. Trying to just grab his head like, it is!
Yeah, and I was like, everyone can do it. And I was like, no, they can't. What do you mean? That's an insane thing to say.
Was he conflating, by dribbling, did he...
I mean, literally walking with the ball, I would say that is a skill that not everybody has.
Okay.
I said, yeah, that's maybe like, that's step 1 of 1,000 of dribbling.
And that leads
is walking with the ball.
Yep.
But it is still a skill to walk with the ball. And he was like, no, it's not. Everyone can do it. And I swear to God, I wanted to just drown him. I was so angry.
It's the fact that there are so many different types of dribble as well. There's the Luis Suarez who sort of bundled his way through opponents. There's Messi who goes pew 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 and suddenly the ball is like on the other side. Where the fuck did he go? There's Gareth Bale. Did you ever see Gareth Bale's famous goal? It's probably before you were into football. He went. There's a famous Gareth Bale
off
heat
the pitch?
map. Yeah. This
Does he like kick it like far and he runs off and round the pitch?
It was against Inter Milan where I'll send you a screenshot because it has the real one that has a funny thing as well. So I'll send you a screenshot of what Google Images has shown. It's the one on the left that's the real one. But this is what made me laugh, so I can put this up. There you go. So the one on the left there is Gareth Bale's actual heat map, where he basically did this. He prodded the ball into the centre, then he sprinted off the pitch back while the other guy was going as the crow flies. He went in a curve, got there and scored.
Got to it.
But the Willy one on the top right made me laugh.
That's funny.
So yeah, different types of dribble.
Yeah, basically, that annoyed me. And I think that basically any job has got a skill, and calling it unskilled labour only serves to benefit those who are in positions of power that can say, I don't want to pay you anymore because you are in unskilled labour, which I do not think exists.
Interesting. I disagree. I think, I disagree with your solid terms there. And I don't think I'm going to say anything that make you go, oh my God, you're right. But I think to me, it's clear. It's inherently implicit that skilled labour is someone who has trained to do what they do for 4 years. A doctor has got a PhD, someone has been in PhD for 4 years plus university, so 7 years in total. Whereas a McDonald's worker doesn't need to train for 7 years. They are more skilled. They are likely not necessarily more intelligent, but certainly academically will be a much more highly trained. And
I think it's too loose of a term.
That's fair. If it's purely the words you don't
issue.
like, I think where we disagree is I don't dislike the concept at all. I
think it's just a scale of, and at that point, if you're saying skilled versus unskilled, I just think that the unskilled side of the spectrum doesn't exist.
I get you. I do what you're saying.
That would be my point. And as
everyone
I said,
brings something to the table. That I agree with.
I have a linguistic beef with it, and I think it serves to benefit those who are in power.
Hey, you know me. If someone's got a problem with wording, I will happily hear that. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's just the word. That is not how I feel.
So, anyway, what are your views on immigration?
Say again?
What are your views on
immigration?
Give
me the 4 options, of which I can only choose one.
I support borders for all. We don't agree with
Do you mean open borders for all?
What did I say?
Borders for all. Everyone gets a
the opposite of what the answer is.
Get out of Milonia.
I support open borders for all. We can both knock that off.
Bit much.
There has to be
unfeasible.
There has to be some. It's too. That's too loosey goosey.
Like whose hospital do you go to? Do you know what I mean? It's
kind of way.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Preference should be given to skilled nationals.
If
over people who are from war-torn places, I think it's more important for them to get out than I think it is for us to get somebody in who can.
That's a fair point.
Do a bit of engineering.
I guess I was thinking
that's too black and white.
I was thinking if 2 people from war-torn Bolivia both want to come in and we have space for one. I know, right? They are being torn asunder. And only one can come in. I would pick the skilled one.
Okay.
If I could pick, hey. Sorry.
I guess that's
horrible decision. Do you know what I mean? As they're there with their doctor, their little doctor stethoscope. They're curing cancer with a test tube. I'll be like, and the other guy is drooling. Sorry, fella.
That's fair. Or everyone deserves a chance. I disagree with that second one for the record.
Okay.
I don't think preference should be given to skilled nationals. Okay. To an extent, yes, but as a blanket statement, no.
Yeah, if you had to choose yes or no, you'd say no.
Yeah. Everyone deserves a chance to seek a better life. I like that one out of the 4.
Agree.
Because the last one is, I don't know. So I don't like that one.
No, that's fair.
Should non-violent crimes lead to incarceration? Something that I can say I've not really thought about much.
Jesus. Okay. Is this pure thoughtful incarceration? Oh, do you know what? Yeah, sorry. Give me your options first.
Alternatives to prison should be sought. Only in severe cases impacting society. Justice should be fair and proportional. And,
So what exactly is its wording for number 4? Is it I don't know?
This is too nuanced for me to decide.
Jesus.
So it's okay. Let's go through them. Alternatives to prison should be sought. Generally in rehab, like rehabilitation is better. There are some people that cannot be rehabbed. I think there are some people that are utterly unfit for society and they should not be able to re-enter after having left society by committing a crime.
And if you're not one of those, make sure you subscribe to Officially Unofficially. Hit that button, hit like, post a comment, let us know if we're idiots, because I'm an idiot in many ways. That was just the first segue.
This is an intense episode.
I've really enjoyed it. I've really liked this.
It's been good.
It's been very good.
I've also got opinions on the fact that prisoners aren't allowed to vote. I think that's fucked. Prisoners should be allowed to vote. I think it is so mean that they're not allowed to.
It is a bit mean, because ultimately any one vote won't really change it. So you might as well give them something.
You're still in society.
Exactly. So you might as well give them something to feel a little bit of
give them a vote.
Can you after prison, do you know? Is it after you leave you can again?
Unsure. There might be like a cooling down time.
Yeah.
Google it. See what Grok says. Can prisoners vote UK? Oh, I'm literally going to put AI afterwards. No. Okay, I clicked on AI mode.
Well done.
The large majority of prisoners cannot vote. I think that's so harsh.
It does feel a bit mean.
It's so mean. Okay, can they vote when they're released? Let's see what it says. It says, yes, they can vote immediately after they're released. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I don't mind it as much, but I still think they should. Every single person, if they gain their right to vote by turning 16, they should then keep that right for life. I do not think you can take somebody's right away.
What if they kill 400 children?
Okay, they probably are not going to vote for the I want to kill 400 more children party.
What if they steal from 1,000 cancer-riddled adults?
Every single thing that you say, I will say yes, they should still be allowed to vote.
What if they're Nigel Farage?
Right. Well, in that case, no. Like, we have limits. You know
exactly,
what I mean?
yeah. Anything up to that.
Should non-violent crimes lead to incarceration? Alternatives to prison should be sought is a good one. Because rehab, keep them in society,
Doesn't give much room
bish, bash, bosh.
Doesn't give much room for sort of context of this question again, does it? Because
Not
non-violent
really.
is like not true. Someone else
that's
violent.
violent.
No, someone else be
That's a
violent on the
violent
way.
crime.
I don't mean
believe that
actively.
counts as violent
Oh,
crime.
even if it's you on the end user, as it were.
I think so, because the violence has
Like
had
second-hand
to happen
violence.
for your crime to happen.
Okay.
I believe that counts as violent
So
crime.
it's basically just money stuff then,
I was thinking, like fraud.
and thieving.
Yeah, financial abuse, thieving.
Is there anything
Yeah,
else?
I guess like money stuff. Are there any other crimes?
Parking in the wrong place for too long.
Yeah, loitering. Are we forgetting like a big crime?
Yeah, what's the category we've forgotten? It's money, right? Money stuff's locked in.
Money, kid stuff. Kid stuff.
Are you doing your average Saturday? That's the short Stumpy's average Saturday. Money.
I'm listing
kid
my
stuff,
perfect Sunday.
and watching Ipswich get
like-
battered by Birmingham.
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is.
Fraud.
Because
There's
like
still money.
animal abuse is physical, is violent.
Yeah.
And that includes like starvation and all the sort of more abstract ones.
Yeah. I guess it would just be money stuff.
I think
The other one's then only in severe cases impacting society. I don't know what can impact society so much. I think you should be in like prison for a non-violent crime.
Oh, I can tell you. Red Nose Day. Lenny Henry goes, we've raised £17.3 million this year. It's going to go to help kids in the UK and around the world. And Stumpy Goblin nicks the check and cashes it. You've impacted society in a big way there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Justice should be fair and proportional. Again, a floaty fucking answer.
Sure, that doesn't mean anything at all.
Yep.
This quiz is...
Yeah, but
This
I
quiz is
agree with
crap.
that one, I suppose.
I am going to say this quiz is crap. I was really hoping
fair.
it would be really tough questions involving the word penis that we could dance around for half an hour.
I've got a quiz that I've
we'll
had for a
finish
little
it, we'll
while.
finish it. I wanna know how well it's
sorry,
going.
yeah, not this one. If you guys want us to do the misogyny quiz that I've had saved in my notes for a little while, then we can do that.
do it next
Alternatives to prison should be sought.
Yeah, again, I don't like any of them on this answer. Go with that one. Go with alternatives to prison should be sought, because sought
Okay, all
means
right.
you can look for them and you can not, which is sort of what I think. So yeah,
Okay.
go with that one.
This next one, I have a very strong opinion on.
Okay.
So, should trans individuals be allowed in spaces corresponding to their gender identity?
So you'll be against that vehemently, I imagine.
Very against. Yes, trans rights are human rights. It depends on cultural and national laws. Everyone should feel safe and included. And I'm considering the different perspectives.
So it's basically yes, keep what's current, no, or I'm not sure.
Essentially,
Yes.
I think the answer is just fundamentally yes. And I think that with this question, it's worded well in that it says corresponding to their gender identity. And this is an issue that I have had on social media and such, where people conflate sex and gender. As somebody who did a biological-based degree, they are two incredibly different things. Gender is the social construct, and sex is the biological thing.
Okay.
Sex is male, female, or intersex, and the 1% of the population that got different chromosomes and it is somewhere in the middle, but they have got their own thing going on. But otherwise, male or female, or then the intersex, right? And then gender is then the much more entirely the societal thing that is typically linked to your birth sex, but may not be later in life if you are then trans. And I feel like people cannot fundamentally agree on that when arguing for, not necessarily for, but like against trans rights. And that frustrates me when we just disagree on what the definition is or the conflation of gender and sex. So that very much frustrates me. And so, yes, the answer to this, I am HO, and it is HO, it is a humble opinion, that yes, trans rights are fundamentally human rights, as trans people are humans, and so therefore it just is.
Yeah, I think of those four, I would be number one. I think maybe where I'm softer is I've seen women, like born women, be uncomfortable with trans people, like talk about being uncomfortable with trans people in their bathrooms, and others go, what? And judging them. I don't think I would judge those women for that.
One's lived experience is tough to judge, I think.
Say again, sorry?
Like,
as in you would say the same.
I agree with what you said there.
Have you said that yourself? People go, oh, you're so anti-trans, you're so fucking like this and that.
I can't say I have.
Yeah.
I've seen that there's just a lot of people speaking for women in a lot of ways.
That's true.
And saying, again, it falls back to the reform thing of we're protecting women. It's like, well, you were done for battery of your girlfriend or whatever. Like, so not really.
I think that
you're not very good at it.
What I hate most is, and this goes across the spectrum, whether you're left, right, centre, whatever, right? Is if someone has, say you're a man of 12,000 opinions. Let's say on average, I don't know. On average, everyone has 12,000 opinions, right?
Yeah.
One of them is going to skew one way or the other. The thing I hate above all else, I really fundamentally hate this from both sides, is if someone has an opinion that's slightly more on that side, left or right, doesn't matter which, people go, oh, so you're that then? Oh, so you're that then? And they push them all the way. All the way. And it comes up a lot in the trans conversation, where people go, yep, trans rights, human rights, yep, I believe you're a woman, but I do think this. We go, oh, you're transphobic, are you? And they push them all the way
That's
to
a
the
very
other side.
big issue as a huge issue in the left. As a member
it's a left
of
thing.
the
That's
left,
a left
it's
thing.
holy fuck, it's so annoying.
Yep.
I subscribe very strongly to don't let perfect get in the way of good.
Agreed.
Like, oh my God, let's not, like, when people in the US, like, not voting for Kamala, because they were like, well, who said this about this?
They're both
like,
the same.
You fucking moron! You stupid fuck! What do you mean you're not going to? Yes, she's not perfect. Fucking obviously she's not, because no one is. But the other person is Donald Trump. Like, you have to just put it aside a bit.
It does suck that there are two options. It does suck. If you're in America, ultimately you've got two options. There's not 5 parties. Even here, you can have a protest vote. Green have got one MP, I believe. So if you truly...
They got a load of MPs.
I thought they had one sitting MP.
No, they have loads.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so there's at least 3 parties.
You're thinking of Hannah Spencer, the one that was recently elected to Gordon and Denton in the by-election.
I'm so out of touch with it all, mate.
The one where, like, you know, it's the one that was up, like, recently where, like, people were saying, the big, like, Reform are going to win this seat, blah, blah, and the Greens like, no, we're going to fucking win it. And then the Greens won it. And it was like, hey, that's good.
There you go. So, in the UK, you've got that. If you want to, you can vote Reform. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got Monster Raven, there's options. Whereas in the US, it does suck. I imagine it fucking sucks. Where you've either got Donald Trump, whom you hate, or Kamala Harris, who you might hate. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
But make the statement that we're going that way. Because that's what I'm talking about as well. You don't want it to be either of these extremes, right? Because the extremes are extreme for a reason. So if Harris wasn't left enough for you, okay, but let's take the first step. It's like if I want to...
Put one hand on the wheel.
Exactly. If I want to walk to Bristol, I'm not like, oh, one step's only one step closer. I'm not taking that. I'll never end up in Bristol.
Exactly. You're going to be around anyway. It's like people like working out. It's like, well, you're going to be here in 2 years anyway. You may as well work out a bit. Like, that just makes sense.
Does make sense.
But yeah, it's very frustrating. I do agree with you on that. And I think that there is the conversation to have. So also in the public eye, as we discuss many things on our streams.
We do.
It's very frustrating when, like, you say something and then someone's like, oh, no, you can't say that. It's like, no, you can't tell me what I can and can't say, because I want to also have the conversation about it. I love having the conversation about the thing.
I remember back in like 2015, we were unsure about trans people in women's sports, which I'm still unsure of.
It's still
I'll
a
be
contentious
honest.
thing, and I think
Of
I'm
all the
honestly with
topics,
you.
that's the one where I see people go, "Oh, you're anti-trans." I think, not to me, but like to others who've said,
Mm-hmm.
"I'm not sure about that one." Hey, maybe I'm getting myself cancelled. I'm not sure about that one. I
think
can't
it's not
imagine
worth-
it's completely fair to either party. Do you know what I mean? Like them,
I think
they
it's
say. I'm sorry. Like
No,
I know
yeah.
that. I've seen articles from scientists saying it is completely fair, and I think really I see articles from scientists saying it's not completely fair, and that's fine. I'm ready to be swayed. But the thing that I hate the most is if someone were to put that and people go, "You're anti-trans," and they'll push
Yeah.
all the way to the other side. Yeah, that's my beef.
I think it's also hard because it's like that is such a case-by-case basis
Agreed.
that things should be assessed on.
Yep.
But then also so much fucking effort is being put into it. Like where they've just like banned trans athletes or trans women from competing in women's sports in the Olympics. And it's like, that's happened once. Or like potentially never. I think it's either like 0 or 1. It's like, that hasn't happened. Well, I don't know why you're putting these rules in.
Yeah, they
Like,
make up this
I don't know
worst
why
case scenario.
it's such a big thing. It's like, that's not you're fighting the boogeyman.
I agree with that as well.
That doesn't go on. There's not this like massive influx of trans athletes competing in these sports because there's all these other reasons then that they might not make it to the Olympic level, which is incredibly fucking hard to get to. And if you are, going from male to female, then you have got. Your body gets fucking ravaged by all of the hormones that you're now taking, especially doing it later in life.
Very true.
You will lose a gigantic portion of your muscle mass. Your body changes entirely. Like, it is really hard to do anything from what I have read on whilst you are transitioning, let alone compete at Olympic level where people are still able to train. And there will be people, and I think it's a very valid argument, that have got genetic predispositions towards certain sports, which then makes them the best. Examples including Michael Phelps, who, whatever I can't remember his thing, where it's like, he has got a huge wingspan, big fucking spade hands, and he's got like the lungs of a horse. Like
He's a freak. He's a human freak.
Built to swim. He is a human submarine,
Yep.
and he is so good. But you wouldn't then say, you're a bit too good at swimming.
I agree with
so
that
you
as well.
you can't really do this anymore.
I guess the question. So there's two things as well. One, any trans athlete, any female trans athlete, cannot win. Because you enter the competition and you win, and you're like, oh my God, I've done it, because you've trained just as hard as everyone else.
Yes,
people
exactly,
go,
yeah.
but you're a man. So you lose.
Yeah, you lost that, yeah.
You finish bottom, people go, ha ha ha, you're pathetic. Why did you enter that?
Couldn't
and you
even beat
lose.
women.
You finish third, people go like, that should be someone else who was born female on the podium there. So it's a horrible position to be in if you simultaneously see yourself as a great triple jumper and want to be the best triple jumper in the world, but also consider yourself a woman and feel a woman and are a woman, and whatever the term is, right? That's a horrible position to be in.
Awful.
I guess for me, it's like, because I do agree with you that every athlete we've ever heard of is a freak in some way. They're obsessive.
Oh, God,
every footballer,
they all are.
all the way down to non-league, they're freaks. All they care about is football. Like, they're born with something a bit off, and that's why they've become, male and female, that's why they've become what they have. I guess the question is, with everything balanced out, so you say that if you're sort of taking hormones, stuff like that, it's ravaging your body, it's changing your body. Does that level of freakiness then balance out with the naturally female-born level of freakiness? So it sort of works out, like we discussed with Paralympians last week.
Yes.
Where one's got 2 arms, one's got 2 legs, but according to this scale, they meet in the... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I know what I mean. And that's why I say case-by-case basis on the 2 trans athletes that come up a year that might go to the Olympics.
It's the swimmer and someone else?
There was then also all of the fucking stupidity around, is it like Iman Khalif, the boxer, who ended up being intersex, but was then assigned female at birth, and so was then raised female, and is a woman.
I don't even know what intersex is, really. What's intersex? Where you got, like...
I think it's essentially,
maybe
maybe in sensitive term, a bit of both.
It seems to be the sensitive term. As far as I gave it a Google,
cool.
and it seems to be the term. I believe.
Is it Iman Khalif? Oh my God, I spelled her name fucking perfectly first time.
Done.
Holy
That's
shit,
woke.
I've
That's
nailed
right.
that.
That is all the way
That
to
is quite woke,
10 scale.
But yeah, like there's a sentence, there's like a whole like discussion of what was going on, like with all of this.
Yeah.
With her being disqualified from the Women's World Boxing Championships after allegedly failing sex verification tests, blah blah blah, and it just ends with Khalif was born female and has competed exclusively in women's events, including those overseen by the IOC. She is not transgender.
Well, there you go. She's nailed
Like,
it.
cool. All right, you're fucking locked in then. Like, that's fine. But like J.K. Rowling and stuff, just fucking locked onto it.
Oh, really? Even her? Fuck's sake. What's she meant to do? As in, even her, the boxer, not even her, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
not like even J.K.
Yeah, even no. What's she done? I've only just finished Half-Blood Prince. Okay, number 7. There's 10 questions here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So 4 more. Do you acknowledge cross-dressers by their chosen identity? Yes, respect their identity choice. It depends on legal recognition. Respecting everyone for who they are is essential. And, I'm still trying to understand it. I'd like to say on the second point of it depends on legal recognition. It is fucked. How
tough, right?
hard it is to change your marker on your documents.
Mm-hmm.
To change it from male to female or female to male, you have to essentially, it's a humiliating process in front of a panel that judge if you're trans enough. And it's so, and it takes years.
Yeah.
You have to like live as your chosen. You have to live as your the gender that you are transitioning to for it's like 4 years or something, and you have to be out for that. You can't just live privately as that. You have to then like show proof of you like out and about as trans. So like you, dressed as female presenting at a gig and stuff. You have to then present
show your holiday
evidence.
snaps.
Genuinely, yeah.
That's
you have
insane.
to like present stuff to a panel, and then they might say, nah,
How they just decide.
nah, just to change a letter on a passport or your driver's license.
Which doesn't change anything else, right? It doesn't like
No.
affect anything.
Your doctor still knows that you were born as as the sex that you were born. Because that's the important thing. So long as that locks in, because it's the male and female bodies at birth and pre-drugs to help transition are different, and people's bodies respond differently in different ways. If you can get the baseline, along with a load of other things of your sex, of where you were raised, because that'll be a big part of it. Like, oh, you were raised in an area actually where there was a lot of pollution that could lead to these adverse health effects.
Yep.
They'll gather 50 bits of information as their baseline to then, right, now how do we diagnose you with this criteria involved? So yeah,
if that's the case, why do these people care so much whether the passport it says M or F? Because we've just described it as like it's only a letter. Is there no argument that if someone isn't like that, it's still only a letter?
I think there definitely could be, but I think that if the argument is it's only a letter, then why can't you just change that letter? I think that also goes both ways. It's like you want everything in your life to affirm the gender that you're living as. It'll be fucking horrible looking at your, say you were like raised for 18 years as male, and you then are trans, you then transition, you get to the age of 30, you've now transitioned, and every time you then look at your driver's license or your passport, it says male. You'd be like, oh, fucking not.
Well,
like,
I'd say then that it's not only.
awful.
I'd say then that's an argument that it's not only a letter. Then
that's fair.
To play devil's
yeah.
advocate, like you can't have it. Oh, it's only a letter one way, but it's only a letter the other way. It's like
True.
Clearly that letter does hold.
It means something, yeah.
Some impactful societal, choice. I don't know.
I get you. I think it's a fair point to bring up. I guess.
Yeah.
Fluffifying it as it's only a letter may also be unhelpful.
On the other side, yeah, fair enough.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So what were the
this
options? Because I'm just fucking do what you want really in that one. So I think number one was my
respect
choice.
their identity choice.
Sure. If you come up to me and you said I'm Janine now, I'm not going to keep calling you. Well, I'll probably call you Stumpy, but I'm not going to keep calling you Alex. Do you know what I mean? I'll be like, fine.
Honestly, for the sake of it, if I went trans, I'd stick with Alex.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's not gender neutral.
That's
just
a fair
lock
point.
it in.
I could be Emily. I'm spelled the same way, E-M-I-L-E.
That's true. That'd be nice. I'll pop a little accent over the E. Who would you like to attend your event?
What?
I don't know. This question's
my
weird.
theoretical sports match or something.
It just says event. Everyone. Inclusivity matters.
Okay.
My community members have priority. All interested people should have a chance.
The fuck are they on
and
about?
then deciding based on the type of event. What does this mean?
Sorry, are we thick? Are people in the audience right now in the chat going, oh, obviously this means X, Y, Z? Because to me, they've just asked absolutely nothing. If you were to have a theoretical thing, what theoretical people would you theoretically want there? Who wants to come?
If I hosted an esports tournament, I probably wouldn't invite my nan.
My grandma
would invite.
My grandma actually came to one and she loved it. For the record, she liked Vitality. Oh, I see. I would. I'd watch your dead nan compete at an esports event.
God, there's an urn with a controller taped to it. Everyone,
Want
inclusivity
it,
matters.
earn it. That could be the tagline.
Nice, that's good. My community members have priority. All interested people should have a chance.
So is it saying only
based on...
So is it saying, do you want only white people to come? Or do you want anyone who wants to come to come? Because I'm very much on team 3. When we host OU Live,
yep.
If one person's from Azerbaijan who comes to the audience, one person's trans, one person has a conjoined fetus on their head, one person's white, we got 4 people coming along to OU Live.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes!
Mate, 5 with the fetus.
That's true. That's
That's 2 tickets.
According to taxing, what we'll put on to the tax man, that is 5.
That's 2 tickets.
So that one, go with that one. Whoever the fuck wants to come can come. That's my one.
Everyone inclusivity matters because I just don't care.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So you're happy with everyone inclusivity matters?
I think so, of those, yeah.
Okay, all right. Number 9. How do you feel about accessibility issues in public spaces? This is where I'd actually say America is fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah?
The ADA, the American Disability Act, is phenomenal. It's so much better than the UK.
Oh, fair enough.
Every single building, I believe, in the US, that's not like a house or something, has to be either built with the intention of or retrofitted to be fully like wheelchair accessible. So that's why ramps are everywhere. That is why there are much like flatter car parks and stuff. Like the way that disabled people, apart from their fucking healthcare, but like the way they're treated for accessibility to buildings and public transport and to this and to that and whatever else and sporting events is so fucking good.
Oh, good.
The ADA is remarkable. And we do not do that very well.
No, I mean, if you're born in a wheelchair, you should be able to go to any sporting event or unofficially live event that you wish. I'm not going to begrudge wheelchair Barry from watching his beloved Chicago Bulls play base egg.
So how do you feel about them? Everyone's needs must be accommodated. Focus on national priorities for citizens. So basically, fuck this question off. Let's just focus on something else.
War.
Not really. Accessibility is a right for all, which is the same as the first one.
So the same.
I'm still forming my stance.
Well, so are disabled people. They'll get there one day. They'll figure it out. Go 3. I think go 3. Why not?
It just is. Accessibility is a right for all.
Get them ramped. Get them ramped up to the gills. That's what I say.
Okay, yeah, more ramps.
More ramps.
More ramps. That's my sign at any protest. More ramps. If your friend comes out as LGBTQ+, how would you react? Fully supportive and accepting. My friendship views remain bound to societal norms.
So hate them.
That's such a cop-out thing of, well, actually 30% of people don't agree with gays, so I can't accept this.
Yeah.
Have your own opinion, you fucking weirdo. Our friendship should be based on mutual respect. So if they like me, I like them, but I don't think that they should be gay.
Does Alexia, when you transition, not like me anymore? Because it's like, I'm not going to force you to be my friend.
Yeah, because that's weird in of itself.
Yeah.
I need some time to understand this. I mean, it's just fully supportive and accepting. Like, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I might mess up every now and then, but cool. Whatever. We move. Mm-hmm. All right. How woke
is that all of them?
Are we? It's time.
All right. What are you expecting then between us? What are you expecting us to be on the Wokometer?
I think we're pretty high up. I think we're like, I've no idea what scale this is. Also, if we click this and it says we have to pay, I will be so annoyed.
Or just make it up. We'll make it up.
Okay, all right. Submit answers. Yeah, I think we'll be like an 8 out of 10. What do you think?
I think 7 out of 10 Wokometer on this quiz, because there's probably one that was actually the racist answer and we gave it because it was just so unclear.
Oh my God, I have to log in with Google.
That's fine. You can do that. Careful. Whoa.
Oh no.
Whoa,
I've had to enter my password 8 times.
He's on the hook.
On the fish.
Fish boy. Real big fish. Reeling him in. For any new watchers, last week Stumpy got fished. You can check out last week's episode at the end of this one. I'll link it somewhere over. I might link it here. No, I can't do that. I've got to wait till the end, but it'll be linked here. We got fished. Very good episode. Hit like 400 viewers, so we're growing.
Nice.
Officially, unofficially. Yeah, exactly. Growing like everybody's stomachs will be after eating the big old tuna that Stumpy Goblin is, who's been reeled in. Have you found the answer yet to how woke we are? Because I'm running out of words to say. I'm continuing to keep trying to talk.
I'm trying to log in.
Hit the button. I can hit log in.
Okay, I've logged in, and now it's made me a profile.
Okay.
Can I not just see my answers?
I really want to see the answer of how woke we are. I'm truly
I
desperate.
click see answers and it takes me to my profile. Can I just see what I've done?
We're now in.
Why can't I see?
We're now in. I'm going to cut this territory.
Why can't I see what the fuck I did?
Is it just shit?
It's app.me.bot. I don't love that I've signed into that with Google.
Right. Should we run away with our tails between our legs?
I want to see how woke I am.
I want to see how woke you are as well. I mean, I can answer for you. I've said before that you'd be on the cover of Woke Weekly.
Yeah, I've got, every now and then I have. I think in this, I had many things that could be transcribed or ciscribed and put into Woke Weekly. Yeah, I can't find the answer. We're 8 out of 10 on the woke scale. Yay, we're probably 8 out of 10 on the woke scale. That's fine. That's fine for me.
That's about
I'm
right.
okay with
That's
that.
about right. Before we go, there's one more thing. Back to the Ipswich conversation at the start. There's one more thing I forgot to say. If you click on that. So our wonderful... well, she does the programs. She does like art for the programs, and she made this picture, which I'll put in, which is a picture of the women's team. So a woman who's drawn a picture of the women's team. She does them for the program.
Louise Cobbold.
Yep.
Is her name.
Shout out Big Lou. And then Reform quote
Cobbo.
retweeted it and AI-ified Nigel Farage holding the kit. So it's like, it just made me feel physically sick when I saw
in
that.
her watercolor style.
Yes,
with
and
her
her
face still in it, posing with it on the Reform Party _UK account, having just stolen the whole thing, then AIing. That is horrific. That's so low.
So the post that shared that said that Ipswich Town and ITFC women should publicly condemn this. Ask me if they did.
Go on, did they?
No.
That's so cowardly.
Didn't say a word.
That's really bad. Like, even just like, we respect this artist. She has done this. Any political party, even if you make it like an anybody doing anything
anyone
thing,
shouldn't. Agreed.
Any political party, quote parodying or whatever, stealing her likeness to then make AI quote art, it is completely wrong. Now that's such an easy win. And yeah,
there you go. There you bloody well
that's
go.
cool.
So that's a fun little end to it. I hope everyone has enjoyed this slightly more focused episode of Officially Unofficially.
Yeah.
We're going to be having these every now and then. Obviously, normally we're going to be back to the sort of talking about whatever the hell comes into our minds. But I don't know, this just sort of seemed like a good time to chat about things that are on our minds with the amount of education we have about all of them. We're not coming to you guys as experts. We're coming to you guys as blokes who think things.
Yes, exactly. And I think things more strongly. And maybe I'm wrong about stuff.
Never.
Lock me up for having an opinion, Keir. Lock me up. Thanks everybody for watching this episode of Officially.
Unofficially.
This podcast on the internet. What number was it?
24.
24.
Yeah.
So we've done this now every week for 24 weeks.
We missed about 3 because of Christmas.
Oh, yeah, because we were in a different country.
Yeah.
2 different countries. I was in 3. Crazy. Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. Were we too woke? Let us know in the comments. That's the question. And where do you think you would end up on the Wokometer? Because I think we've probably got quite a woke audience. I don't think there is a Reform Reginald in the comments.
Let us know if you are that person. Otherwise,
Let us know.
bye.
Bye. The fuck? That's horrible of you.